live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 237. I'm Pete Braley, along with my son, who's the co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the all-around great guy, my son Matt.
And the guy that hung up his hot dog costume for the next year.
Another year.
Sad to put it away.
Yeah.
But one day a year. That's all we get.
You know, I had a great time and drove me crazy with that cheeseburger hat was Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandson.
He loved watching it. He was like, Grampy.
Put your hat on. I put it on, and he'd take it off.
Yep.
Then he put it on. He wanted me to put it on again.
And he loved my hot dog costume.
Yes, he did.
Thought it was hilarious. Yeah.
We are in jerseys today, football jerseys. I'll explain that in a bit. There is a reason for it. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is always to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube Friday mornings at 8 o'clock, but you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcast. Coming up today, Foodie Friday gets in the holiday spirit. The Hallmark Christmas movies have begun, and we might have found a way to make it more fun for those of you that get tagged along to watch those movies. This is the weekend we change the clocks, and it might be the last time we do that. That's our main story in a couple of minutes. Plus, we have the Stumpah. We start a brand new season of the Stumpah, Feel Good Friday, and much more coming up. But yes, good morning and welcome to the show. Halloween was fun.
It was.
Especially because we had my 3-year-old grandson visiting. So we went out trick-or-treating with it. Well, actually, I manned the porch.
You were on candy duty.
I was the candy guy.
Yeah. I was on dog duty.
Doggy duty, yes. Not that he was picking up the doggy duty.
No, I did that yesterday.
Yeah. Yes, and thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Yeah.
Challenging this time of year, isn't it, with the leaves?
It is, yeah. I cut the grass a week ago, which helped. It chopped up the leaves, but now, I mean, all
More
of them have fallen again. Yeah.
Yeah. So trying to find where the dog went can be interesting.
Luckily, we have a beagle who rather enjoys poop. So he helps us. He helps us find it. Yeah, we just have to beat him to it.
Is that a beagle thing? I wonder.
We don't have. He's not our beagle, but
right.
Sarah's beagle. We've now experienced 2 beagles, and they both have done it. So I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, Charlie likes bunny poop.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean,
dogs
are gross.
Will eat anything, I guess.
Moral of the story.
Yeah, pretty much. So Halloween I hope it was good for you. We had, 20 or 30 kids come by, maybe 30 plus. I
had
don't
some
know.
candy left, which was nice.
We did.
Yeah. What was your strategy? How much did you give each kid?
This is funny. I gave out like 3 pieces.
3 pieces?
Yes. Well, they were small, because they're always that, Halloween fun size.
You're lucky we didn't run out.
Which is the joke, fun size for who? But I would give out 3.
Sorry.
Thank you. Liam actually enjoyed handing out candy as much as he did trick-or-treating.
He did.
And some kids would come up to the porch and he'd go, "Here you go."
Oh, God.
And I'd be like, "No, 2, 3." And then I'm like,
"We're gonna run out."
Can he count? I don't know yet. Does he have that?
I feel like 2 is the right number.
2, yeah.
Yeah, 3. You're generous.
Well, I mean, it was like a little thing of milk duds, and we had some nerds, and
Don't tell anybody. We gave out the candy we weren't like super big fans of.
We
kept the good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, we also like ate all of the Reese's before Halloween even got here. So
we did do that, didn't we?
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't finish. I was watching the dogs. Is what I was doing. We stopped. We got distracted by dog
duty.
It happens.
Anyway. Yeah, he had the dogs upstairs because
they go crazy.
And I was thinking, as I was sitting outside, I was hearing the neighbor dogs do the same thing, and I thought, what a tough night for dogs.
Yeah, a lot of people they want to say hi to and they can't.
Or strange people are coming to your door, so it's their job to bark.
True.
True. And then we get mad. I was thinking about that as I was sitting out on the porch on Halloween night. We teach kids don't talk to strangers.
Right.
But on Halloween, it's like, go knock on the door and get candy.
Yeah, who
are they? I don't know.
Who made up Halloween? It's a really weird concept here.
Yeah.
We should have done our research.
I don't know.
It is a weird thing to do.
Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Friday, November 4th. Now, I don't know why, but today is National Candy Day.
Weird.
Shouldn't it have been Halloween?
I feel like someone like made the day on Halloween, and they were like, it's gonna be it's one of those like the fourth Friday of whatever,
right?
Right. I don't know, and then somehow they messed up, and they were like, wait a minute, we should have made it the 31st. We shouldn't have done one of these 13th Tuesday of the year. Anyways,
so National Candy Day is also Use Your Common Sense Day. And today
shouldn't that be every day?
Yeah.
It should probably be every day.
It would work, yeah. And today is National Jersey Day, where you are encouraged to wear the jersey of your favorite player. So if you're wondering, this is not the number one Dolphin jersey that I normally wear.
Right.
The Tua Tagovailoa. This is my favorite player, Larry Zonka from the 70s.
I think Brady remains my favorite player.
Okay.
So I should have worn his jersey. I wore my jersey for a little bit different reason that you'll see later on. Might have something to do with the draft for today. I don't know.
Okay.
But I do still support Mac Jones. Weird situation we're in, but he got the win last week. So we'll see him again this week. We'll see what he does.
This is our first show of November. November is Aviation History Month. It is Family Stories Month. Did I ever tell you about the time Uncle Jeff and I... No, never mind. It's National Adoption Month. National Alzheimer's...
Did I ever tell you about the time that you were adopted, man?
National Alzheimer's Disease Month, National Diabetes Month, National Gratitude Month, which makes sense with Thanksgiving coming, National Inspirational Role Models Month.
It's a long name.
Yeah. National Novel Writing Month. If you've been putting off writing that novel,
get on it.
This is the time. National Peanut Butter Lovers Month. I should celebrate. National Raisin Bread Month. Something he won't celebrate.
Raisin bread? Or raisin bran?
Raisin bread.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not a huge fan.
Yeah.
That's like doesn't the cinnamon, it's like cinnamon raisin
cinnamon
bread, right?
raisin. Yeah, I get that a lot of times at a diner they'll have cinnamon raisin toast.
We used to get that as kids. I remember that was a special treat, but the raisins,
Not a fan, huh? No. It's also Spinach and Squash Month. I don't know why. It's Sweet Potato Awareness Month, which you're not a fan of that either.
Why do we need to be aware of them? Like, just to not forget them? Sweet Potato Awareness Month. We all need to pay more attention to sweet potatoes. I'm not a fan of them. I don't like the taste, no.
I love sweet potato fries, but he's not a fan.
Why'd you have to mess with fries? Fries are good the way they are. Like, the people that say sweet potato fries are better than regular fries are liars. No chance.
Well,
are you telling me
are they healthier? Maybe
sweet potatoes. You can have mashed sweet potatoes, right?
You could.
Are you telling me that's better than just mashed potatoes?
It's good to mix it up.
If I gave you banquet sweet potatoes and banquet mashed potatoes,
I'm going mashed. Yeah,
exactly.
Regular potatoes. Yeah.
Sorry, and I don't mean to get so heated on a Friday.
It's also No Shave Ember. Which I thought it was No Shave November.
It is. No Shave Ember doesn't really sound
all right, it's written down. No Shave. And fun facts, I started this 7 years ago in November.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was November of 2014 or so maybe it was 8 years. I think it was November of 2014. It was No Shave November. Mm-hmm. So November 1st I started. I didn't shave.
And I think we all said, we were like, wait a minute. Why have you never done this before? And they were like, keep it. And here he is.
Why not? On the Datebook for today was on this day in 1845, the first nationally observed Uniform Election Day was held in the United States. If you're wondering how they determine, it's always the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November.
Too confusing.
So that's why we didn't have Election Day Last week, November 1st was the first
Tuesday.
Was a Tuesday.
Right.
So you think, oh, Election Day. No, because we didn't have a Monday in November yet.
Yeah, maybe it's because they didn't want everybody, hopped up on candy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
On this day in 1879, James Ritty invented the first cash register. He did it to stop the bartenders from stealing in his saloon in Dayton, Ohio.
Wow.
They couldn't get back into it.
All inventions are because you need some sort of solution.
That's right. On this day in 1980, Ronald Reagan defeated Jimmy Carter for president.
In a duel.
Yes.
With a sword.
That would make the election more interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but vastly graphic. We should not do that.
On this day in 1996, the Spice Girls released their debut album. On this day in 2001, the first Harry Potter movie, right? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
You shouldn't have to confirm that, Peter. You should know that.
I know.
Okay.
Aren't you and your sister rewatching the movies?
Well, I had never read the books, so I'm reading the books at the moment. I'm almost done, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, you still know the ending, but it's still, wow. You know, a lot of details aren't shown in the movies.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. On this day, on this day in 2008, Barack Obama became the first African-American president to be elected. And on this day in 2016, The Crown premiered on Netflix. Season 5 is coming next Wednesday.
Oh, so I know what you, Trish, and Sarah are doing. I don't know when you're going to do it because you said it yourself, and we'll get to this, but you're able to watch your shows now.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
All right. Celebrity birthdays. Loretta Swit from MASH is 85 today. Former First Lady Laura Bush is 76. Jeff Probst of Survivor is 61. The Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, is also 61 today.
I thought it was Macchio. Is it Macchio?
I thought it was Macchio.
I don't know.
All right. 2 C's. That makes me think
Okay.
Yeah.
I just always feel like I've heard. Is there somebody else with a Macchio? Maybe I'm thinking of matcha. The beverage? I don't know.
Matthew McConaughey is 52 today.
All
right. Puff Daddy is 52. And former Patriot Vince Wilfork, big man, is 41.
Did you leave out any singing national days or anything? Just because you didn't want to sing today? What's up with that?
No, I did. There weren't any. Just the Spice Girls releasing their debut album.
Got any Spice Girls stuff for us?
Tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want.
You ready for the difference in generations?
Yes.
The whole point of the show, I guess. The piece of media in which I really came to know that song was Chicken Little.
Chicken Little. That's in that movie?
Yeah. That's when I really, really got to know that song. So shout out to Chicken Little. Bet you didn't think that's where we were going.
That was an avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason Matt was saying that I'm able to watch my shows is my Paw Patrol buddy is on vacation.
Yeah.
Trish, Sarah, and Liam flew to San Diego on Wednesday.
And left us with 3 dogs. Woo! That's why I was picking up dog duty yesterday.
And that's why I got out of bed right at 6:15 this morning to get them out, get them fed, get them... I think
it was a little girls' trip.
Yeah,
plus Liam.
It is.
Yeah.
So they're out in California. So normally I would watch Paw Patrol. That's his latest thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and Trish, I don't know. Maybe Liam's in the house, so you're really feeling old because you're feeling that grandparent, duty. But for some, like every day at like 8 o'clock, you guys are like, all right, going to bed. Like you could stay up after and watch TV.
There's a reason.
Okay.
He tires us out.
Oh.
So when he finally goes off to bed at like 8 or 8:30, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to read and fall asleep.
Yeah. Because it's true that when you're watching Paw Patrol, that was you and Trish's time to watch your TV shows.
This is true.
So you're far behind. When he leaves, you and Trish are not going to leave the house for like a couple months. You're just going to be watching TV shows.
We made sure the DVR was empty so we could record. I think I've got already 6 NCISs.
I don't know if you guys are ever going to catch up. Because you watch like maybe 1 or 2 shows a day, I would say. Some days are different. Some days you don't have time. But.
They do go into reruns, what?
True.
In like January or something?
I don't know what the season is. It's been a long time since I've watched a show that's like live on TV.
We'll get to our main story in just a moment. But first, I see the chat is hopping this morning. What's going on?
Chat is hopping. Let's see. Gail says dog duty with leaves is a challenge. I have to deal with it. Yeah. It is tough. See, now like Charlie really only goes on walks, which is a blessing and a curse. It's a curse because you got to take him for a walk every time he needs to go to the bathroom. But the blessing is you pick it up every time so you know exactly where it is.
Yep.
We've Sarah's dogs, they're able to go on the chain. So,
we just let them out the back.
Just let them out. So you got to keep an eye on it. And sometimes it builds up. And now we got the leaf problem.
Yeah. Haven't stepped in it yet, though. I
hear you squeaking your shoes over there. I did hear that once. I know the grass was a little wet outside. This is a... Do I need... You're going to have to do the show in socks from now on. Okay? That's it.
That is embarrassing. Like when I go to the gym every day to walk on the treadmill. And if it's wet outside... I try to dry off my feet on the mat, but all of a sudden I'm walking down the hall and I'm like, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
And nobody's around. I'm like, oh, God.
Does it not squeak on the treadmill at least?
It does not.
That's okay. So we're good. We're good. Let's see what else do we have here. A lot of people here. Diane's back. Hello, Diane.
Hello.
Gail's here. Gail's talking about our season 3 dub, We got a new season of the Stumpah coming.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Gail, let us know when you get your merch.
Yeah, Abby's here. Good morning, Abby. Emily was here at one point. Hello, Emily. Hello. Val's here. What's up, Val?
Hello.
She says 8 a.m. patient not in yet. I finally get to watch. Let's go. Let's hope they don't show up. Come on. And Val says she's binge watching ER from the beginning.
Wow.
I think you guys used to watch that, didn't
we
you?
did.
Way back.
Yeah, every week.
Maybe you got to add that to the list.
Maybe.
And let's see. Last thing, Gail said sweet potatoes over white potatoes. How? I don't understand. There's nothing better than a white potato. If you want to have a little variety, you can throw a sweet potato in the mix, but you can't tell me it's better.
I'm with you at like variety, but it's not. It would not be my number one choice.
Right. Oh, and Mary Lou's here. Hello, Mary Lou.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Back to you.
I did ask Trish if they were going to get up at 5 a.m. to watch the show.
Probably not.
She said, I doubt it.
Rude.
Talk about a fan base, huh?
I mean, luckily you can watch it later in the day.
True.
Will they? Probably not.
Probably not. Time to get to our main story this morning, and our main story is the time change. This is the weekend we change the clocks, and it might be the last time. I'll pause for you to
Which is pretty crazy.
Hallelujah chorus here. Why is it crazy?
Well, it's just been a thing for so long. I don't know. This one is always nice, right? Especially for, I don't know if anybody else is a night owl, but it's like so nice to stay up late.
You gain an hour of sleep.
Yeah, and you're like, oh no. Like sometimes, it's just it's always a Saturday night. Sometimes you stay up late and you're like, oh, it does it at 2, right?
2 a.m.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. Wait a minute. It's not.
It's only one.
One more hour to part. And then you end up staying way too late anyway, so you're exhausted the next morning. Yeah. But I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. But the other one sucks.
I used to work this shift.
Yeah.
But way back in my early days, I used to work back when they had live people overnight at radio stations. I used to work.
Now they have robots.
Yes. I used to work the shift for the time change. Mm-hmm. And so on this one, you always made it a point. The show was from midnight to 6.
Right.
So on this one, you always made it a point to remind the bookkeeper that you worked 7 hours, not 6.
That's right. Yeah.
Because when it got to be 2 a.m., you reset the clock and it was 1 a.m.
It would just mark it as a...
So you had another hour to work.
But it wouldn't mark that down. Like
ironically...
You would still get paid for 6 hours.
Ironically, in the spring, I kind of hoped to slide...
You didn't mention it there.
Didn't want to get paid for 5 hours, you know?
You know, if you just didn't say anything, it would just balance out.
Probably, yeah. Congress is finally dealing with one of the biggest problems of the modern world, that being daylight saving time.
Is it one of the biggest problems?
Well, I'll get good point. I'll get to that in a minute. Right. While we're turning our clocks back an hour tomorrow night, we may not have to do it next year or any other year if Congress passes Marco Rubio's Sunshine Protection Act of 2021. Odd name, right? Sunshine Protection. So the Senate passed the bill in March unanimously. Now, if the House follows suit, there will not be any falling back in 2023 or ever again. So I looked it up last night thinking, well, why haven't they passed it? If the Senate did it in March, why has nothing happened in the House? I did find one article that basically one congressman was saying they feel there are other, not that they don't agree and like the idea, they feel there are much more important things they should be talking about.
Okay, yeah, valid.
They mentioned inflation, they mentioned, not really COVID, but, just health issues. Yeah, there's more important stuff they should be focused on. My question is, but are they? Are they focused?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, couldn't we just be like, hey, daylight savings, all in favor? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, moving on.
Right.
Back to the important issues.
So I guess that's the holdup is, or at least that's what they're saying. The House is saying there are more important issues for us at this time.
Can we just send out a group text? Like, are we not there yet? Like,
I know.
Just, hey, everybody like this message if you're cool with the daylight savings thing.
Give me the thumbs up.
Okay, perfect.
Thumbs up emoji. Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody, because, sometimes older generations, when it comes to things, they're like, back in my day. I wonder if there's anybody that's like, back in my day, we had daylight savings. I don't want to get rid of it. Does anybody feel that way?
The only thing I have again, and by the way, let us know in the chats your thoughts if you'd like to do away with daylight saving time and the changing of the clocks and all that. The only thing that makes me wonder, I'm not sure, is I read an article last night that broke it down like this.
Okay.
In New York City, okay, so Eastern time zone includes us.
Yes.
The latest sunrise under daylight saving. So when we change the clocks, the latest sunrise in New York is 7:16 a.m. And that's that's on the shortest day, December 21st.
Okay.
The sun will come up at 7:16. So if we never change the clocks again, that means on that day, the sun will come up at 8:16. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about a morning in darkness until 8:16?
I'm not an early riser, so I don't really care.
Okay.
Also, I don't know. I just don't. Maybe it's I feel like it subconsciously dictates your day, like with the sunrise and the sunset. But really, you just kind of go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just gonna get used to it. It'll maybe be weird for a little bit, but but there's days. Today we woke up and it was dark outside.
Right.
Whatever. Sun came up eventually. The sun. Here you go. Anybody that's against it, the sun's gonna come up eventually. And when the sun stops, unless you're in Alaska or like one of those places. Sorry, I can't speak for you guys.
Yeah.
But you guys know. You guys signed up for a little weird daylight issue. You knew what you were signing up for. But the sun's going to come up eventually in a normal place.
The sun will come out.
Exactly. And the day it doesn't, we'll no longer be here. Yeah. So the day the sun burns out, we will no longer be here. So we'll be all right. The sun's going to come up eventually.
Yeah. And I guess I'm in favor of doing away just because of the hassle of changing the clocks.
Do you think, because with daylight savings, we've run into, some people forget to change their clocks. Although nowadays with like cell phones and stuff, they do it automatically. True. Like you got like that one weirdo that still has an old alarm clock.
What do we have to reset?
I'm one of those.
Oh,
weirdos.
you have one of those? Yeah.
You hear it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my backup just in case for some reason my phone dies, which has happened. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, you have people that forget to change their clocks. Do you think that you're going to now have people that change them and they forget that we're not doing it anymore? They still show up at the wrong time because they're like, oh, wait a minute, it's supposed to be daylight savings.
Now, which one is it? Is it fall or winter when people show up late for church? I'm trying to think.
Okay, let's do the math. So if you forget to fall back.
So church starts at 10.
So is it when we move the clock forward? Yeah.
Yes.
So spring. Right. In the spring.
In the spring, people show up for church. And there's always one or two of them. They show up and it's like the minister notices because depending on your church, they can see the doors.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden they look and they see someone coming in like 45 minutes late thinking they're 15 minutes early.
Imagine how disappointing. Like you wake up, you get dressed. You're like, I'm looking good today. I'm feeling good. I'm going to go praise the Lord. And then you show up. I missed
Everybody's always there.
All right.
Already there.
I am going to... No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So, I don't know. Did we get any comments in the chats here about whether or not you're for or against the time change?
Let's see. Diane said, I love it when we turn the clocks back in the fall. When the kids were young, it felt like, oh, great, yay, it's almost dark. They're going to bed. But as an adult, I feel a cozy thing when... and then, I don't know where it was going.
Okay.
But anyways, I see, it is kind of like I don't know. I think it's just going to be a nostalgic thing that like we just maybe subconsciously miss for a bit. In the fall.
Yeah.
Strictly in the fall. Because nobody likes springing ahead. Except for Trish, because she's like, more sunlight. And we're all waking up groggy with, like, shut up, Trish.
And it's also dangerous on the roads because I guess more so in the spring when you lose an hour of sleep, people have been known to fall asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, these weird people that are able to have like a dedicated sleep schedule, it really messes them up.
Oh, I see. You don't know anything about that.
I hope one day I reach an age where, and maybe it's just a maturity issue. Maybe I'm just immature. I hope I get to a point where I can have a sleep schedule.
Still don't have one, huh? No, you don't. Now that I think about it.
Every day is different.
Different, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's never like a justified reason. It's always my own doing, but I just never go to sleep and wake up at the same time.
He's the master of the snooze alarm, and it never fails. During the week, I'll be, sitting downstairs having a cup of coffee, maybe watching Paw Patrol with Liam, and all of a sudden we hear his alarms go off. And if it's really early, I think, must be a soccer game in England he wants to watch.
Listen, some days you just want to be productive. So you go to wake up, and at night you feel like, hey, I'm going to be really productive tomorrow. I'm going to wake up early and get extra stuff done. And then the morning comes, and you remember that I don't want to do that.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Maybe one day. Gail did say, I like it to be brighter in the evening. The sun sets and I go to bed. That's like Liam. Is that going to affect Liam? Liam does not even talk about going to bed if the sun's still up.
Oh, that's right.
The sun's got to be down.
The summer is tough.
Yeah.
In fact, I think
this will be better.
I think Sarah's told stories about how in the summer she has to close the shades.
Right.
So he can't see it.
Because it'll still be light out at like 8 o'clock.
Right.
But now it won't be, correct?
No, it will be in the summer because we'll stay on that time. So we'll still.
So is it now going to be brighter later? No.
Brighter later.
We should have prepared this map. Because we're not springing forward, so the sun's not going to set.
No. We're not springing forward. We're going to stay in the spring zone.
We're staying. Okay, so it's going to stay that way.
Right.
So it's not going to get darker as early in the winter.
Right. That's the change. So instead of having a sundown at 4:30, it'll be 5:30.
Okay.
So
I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's justified. Justin said one thing I like about Florida: sun stays up longer.
Yeah, it does. I noticed that.
Because it's a little bit more
more
east,
closer to the equator. No, it's a little more southern.
Is that what it has to do with? But the sun rises. We're not prepared for this. We need a scientist on here. If anybody's qualified.
Well, looking at the globe.
We do have a globe here, but we don't have the full solar system layout.
Right.
Because it also, it's tilted, so things change. Anyways, we're going to move on before we give you guys incorrect information.
Let's kick off a new season of the Stumpah. What we mean by that is we wipe the slate clean. No one's in the lead.
No one's won at all. You all suck.
Our Stumpah for you today.
I'm kidding. I love
42% of us keep these around even though we know we'll never use them again. What are they? 42% of us keep these around even though we know we'll never use them again. What are they?
This is one of the Stumpahs where I feel like it's going to be guessed in 30 seconds or 3 days.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll check your answers in the chat in just a moment. Don't forget, you can follow our socials during the week. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. It would really help out. Email us at thepetebraleyshow@gmail.com. And you can also reach us, our voicemail number, if you think of something during the week, 774-473-9910. Or you can call that number if you're watching right now and want to comment on the time change or whatever, 774-473-9910. We do listen to every comment that comes in. All right, our Stumpah today, 42% of us keep these around even though we know we'll never use them again. What are they?
Some great answers. Some answers I don't think I ever would have thought of so far, which is just great. Starting off, Justin says hospital bracelets.
No.
A great answer.
Yeah.
But maybe because I haven't been to the hospital too many times, knock on wood. I have been, but like when I was younger.
Right.
So, you've been surgeries and stuff. Have you ever thought of keeping a hospital bracelet?
It has crossed my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But like you said, once you get to like the third, fourth surgery, it's like, man, throw it away.
What about like having a baby? Do you keep those? Do you think Trish kept those?
She might have.
She might not love us enough. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I love you, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Anyways, Gail says Ziploc bags.
No.
Like use Ziploc, like you use a Ziploc bag and then you're like, I can reuse that. It was only chips.
I can rinse it out. Yeah.
Not it, but that would be gross. But I mean, hey, recycling.
True.
So
you are
shout out.
Yeah.
Anyways, Diane says husbands. I knew somebody was going to say it.
Keep them around even though you'll never use them again.
Not it, unfortunately.
No.
Gail says old keys. That's a good guess.
Yes. Don't we all have like a drawer or a bowl of keys? It's like, I have no idea what this
Luckily,
goes.
we live with Trish, who's like the queen purger when it comes to stuff. Yes. Like she does not keep clutter around. So we don't have too many keys, but there's a couple keys that we're not entirely sure.
She purges stuff we still want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If it doesn't mean anything to her, it's gone. It's gone. Justin says tomato sauce jars.
Tomato sauce jar. No, they are
to use for. I can use this for something else.
Put nails in it, or
it's a good jar,
right?
And then we never do. Not it, unfortunately. Gail says bread ties.
Bread ties. No.
I think chip clips have made bread ties extinct at this point.
Good point.
Well, keeping them at least. I mean, obviously you still have them on the bread. But,
right.
But I mean, shout out to the chip clips of the world. You know what I'm saying? Justin says empty boxes of bought items. Close to my heart.
You're box man, but
unfortunately, it's incorrect. I did have to go up to the attic the other day, to look for the Halloween costumes, and I saw my collection of boxes. Trish hasn't gotten. That's the only thing she hasn't purged because she knows that I care so much about boxes.
You know what she wants to do?
I have a shelf.
She wants us to put them all on the set some Friday,
maybe,
so that you're like peeking over the.
It's a little bit
my sneaker again.
This guy. It's a little bit more difficult now that we're not at home.
Yes.
I'd have to bring. I just can't bring myself to bring that many empty boxes
in the back of her truck,
strictly to just do that. That would be funny though. Yeah. I have a lot of boxes. Kat says old cell phones.
Old cell phones is right.
Kat,
congratulations.
I think that might be Kat's first Stumpah dub right there. That's what I'm talking.
You might be right.
Kat starts season 1 off with a dub. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 42% of us keep old cell phones around, even though we're never going to use them again.
I don't know if I have any.
Don't we trade ours in?
Now we do, just because that's how we can kind of get the newer iPhones if we want them. But we have to trade in our old iPhones. But I think I might have some old ones, like my first cell phone, like back when we had like keyboards and stuff.
Do you have a flip phone?
Well, no, just because I was out of the flip phone era.
Right.
I'm not trying to pull the age card. I'm a little young, Peter.
I know.
I had a slide phone. A little keyboard. That was my first phone. Right. Actually, no, it's a lie. My first phone, you remember the Palm Pre that we had?
Yes. Yeah.
It was Sarah's, it was a hand-me-down because I'm the youngest, of course.
It happens.
That was my first phone. It was pretty high-tech for a first phone.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Had a bubble. You remember the bubble popping game?
Yes.
That was
I
so
love
fun.
that game.
That was so fun. Such a simple, stupid game, but
that's
so much
like
fun.
Elf bowling. I missed that game.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Anybody play Elf bowling?
Maybe we can figure out how to play Elf bowling live on the show. We'll see what we can do if it's still a thing.
Because I used to love the voice. If you had a bad shot, you go gutter ball.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right.
We had some other good guesses though. Justin said umbilical cords. Is that a thing?
Do people keep those?
Is that a thing? What, you throw that in the scrapbook?
It was
Any
not,
moms out there? Is that really a thing?
It was not when you were born.
Thank goodness. Justin said instructions to bought items. Another solid one.
Oh, yeah.
Mary Lou condiment packets from restaurants.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was Nana, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Cat with the best guess. If it wasn't old cell phones, this would be the correct answer.
What?
HDMI cords.
Oh, yeah.
I have a million. Anyways, congrats, Cat.
And your brother-in-law, Steven, he's got a whole, bin of them.
Yeah.
Same. And it's like, why do you have
You never know when you're going to need another one.
Who needed one? Josh?
Cat and Josh.
Cat and Josh needed a cord that he had. So it proved the point.
They came to me. I had it. I had it ready to go.
There you go. Got an interesting wedding story for you this morning. Of course, we just had Cat and Josh's wedding last month, so it's still top of mind here. I think we covered this story when it first came out because I was surprised that there was a bridesmaid-for-hire. You can hire this bridesmaid, and she will travel all over the country to be part of your wedding party. Well, whether or not you think that's a good idea, bad idea, she says that she has learned from being part of more than 125 weddings. She's opening up about what she's learned. She says based on the way the wedding day unfolds, she can tell if the couple are going to last or not.
You know what? I could see that. I think she's definitely qualified.
Now, here are some of the things she's noticed. The way they speak to each other says it all.
Yeah.
She said it's not completely out of the ordinary to see couples yelling at each other and insulting each other moments before walking down the aisle.
Yikes.
That would be a warning sign. The way their friends act is another. She says if something is wrong with the relationship or the friends don't approve of it, they tend to have a lot to say on the wedding day.
Oh.
How the couple deals with chaos is another factor. Weddings are going to be stressful, no matter what. The best couples will keep calm, and they'll help each other calm down, and they'll kind of level each other out on the big day. She also says when they don't look genuinely enthralled with each other during the first look, that's a bad sign.
I think we need a range of genuinely enthralled. What would be good enough and not good enough? Like, I think if they're just kind of like, that's probably a red flag. If they're not. I think some people maybe aren't great at like what are you supposed to do?
And especially
doors open, bride's there.
And if you're a shy person, right, who does, you might
not want to cry
in front of all these people. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And finally, she says, how much time the couple spends together on the big day is important. It can be easy to get distracted by all the guests, but couples who make a purposeful effort to stay together throughout the day tend to have a better chance of sticking together in life.
They're just like, we're going to spend enough time together. I don't need to spend the wedding with them.
We'll get to our football picks in just a bit, but a story about sports snacks out this morning. The beginning of November is a great time of year for sports fans. All 4 of the major sports are playing right now.
Except for the Red Sox.
Yeah. Baseball is still going without the Red Sox. Football, hockey, and basketball all going on. A new poll conducted by Sportingpedia sought to figure out what Americans like to snack on while watching sports. The top choice is chicken wings.
Okay. I mean, it's solid.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with chicken wings.
Followed by another solid, I think, chips and dip.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised that's not number 1.
Tacos are number 3.
That one surprises me a little bit.
Does it?
Kind of. I don't think of tacos right away when I think of sports snacks.
Okay.
I mean, solid food. I'm not hating on tacos.
Right. And let's see, what's pizza is 4th.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And to wash it all down, 42% grab a soda, 35% choose beer.
Yeah.
I'm not a big beer drinker I'm not a big beer drinker, period.
Right. I don't know. You occasionally have a brewski.
A brewski.
A Teddy Brewski.
Surprisingly, the majority of fans prefer to watch the game on TV. Only 3% prefer to be at the stadium to watch it in person.
I don't know if that's true. I don't think anything I don't think anything beats the atmosphere of being at a game.
Yeah, but I
it's
also
a worse
like,
view for sure.
Yeah, it's a worse.
But the atmosphere is something else.
All the different camera angles and instant replay. And...
Yeah. But I think I would sacrifice that for being there.
Would you?
Maybe it's just because I haven't been to a lot of football games because they're so freaking expensive. But yeah, I think I would rather be there.
All right. Time for football picks as we go to, what is it, week 10? 9.
Yeah.
I'm always confused. Gary is still in the lead.
But who won last week? Do you know?
No, I do not.
It might be somebody named Matt for the second week in a row.
Did you really?
I'm catching up to you, buddy.
Oh, that's right. We did. It's been a weird season, don't you think?
I had 12 wins last week. I mean, there's Gary's always there. Gary, what do you do? Like, do you study football so intently that you know 11 wins? He was right behind me.
Do you work on it during the week?
Maybe. I don't know if anybody's catching up to get. Maybe you. I mean, you're close, but I'm catching up.
Yeah, all right.
Catching up.
So, who'd you have last night? I had the Eagles over Houston.
Me too. And for a while, it was a good game. I was watching it. It was tied at halftime. I was like, dang, the Texans going to be the first. I'm just waiting for that first Eagles loss. I'm sure you are too, because you want the Dolphins to protect their perfect season. Yeah.
And I don't know if they still do it, but they used to gather together. Of course, they're all, I mean, it was 50 years ago now. Mm-hmm. They used to all get together and raise a glass of champagne when the other team lost.
So whose nursing home do they meet up at now?
All right, picks this week. We've got Buffalo will be in New York against the Jets. I take Bills.
Got to be the Bills.
All right. Carolina is at Cincinnati. I'll take the Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals. But Cincinnati's pissing me off fantasy-wise. They've now, for the second week, for the second, not second week in a row, but for the second week this fantasy season, have cost me a dub.
Oh, no.
By less than a point.
Oh.
I just needed Joe Burrow to throw like one more pass last week.
Wouldn't do it.
Didn't do it. The Bengals were trash last week. I don't even who they face. I don't even know what the Browns beat them.
Right.
And then before, I don't even want to talk about it. Anyways, I'm picking the Bengals, but the Bengals are not in my good graces right now.
Green Bay will be in Detroit against the Lions, and Aaron Rodgers has to win at some point. So
I think so. I don't know. I'm torn.
I'll say this week the Packers win.
Me too. I really don't want to pick the Lions, but I'm going to go with the Packers.
Indianapolis will be in New England against the Patriots. I'll go with the Pats.
Me too.
I picked the Jets last week. That was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers will be in Atlanta against the Falcons. I'll take the Chargers.
Atlanta is like creeping their way to the playoffs. Like they're like, I don't want anybody to look, but like we're doing okay right now. But I'm still going with the Chargers.
The Raiders will be in Jacksonville against the Jaguars. Again, the Raiders have to win at some point. I think they win this week.
It blows my mind how bad they're doing. With the talent that's on that team, last week was, another one. Devontae Adams is not in my good graces.
Nope.
He got one catch last week, screwing me over in fantasy. But the talent on that team is crazy. I'm going the Raiders.
The fan base is already calling for Josh McDaniels' job.
Josh, just come back home, buddy. Just stay as the offensive coordinator. You'll be the best of all time.
Miami plays Chicago. Oh, the game is in Chicago. I thought it was Miami. Okay, I'll take Miami.
Me too.
All right. Minnesota at Washington. I'll take the Vikings.
The Vikings are like the least talked about 6-1 team ever. They have one loss and nobody cares about them.
True.
It's crazy. I'm going the Vikings as well, but it blows my mind how no one's really like concerned about the Vikings.
Are you a Geno Smith fan now? Seattle is at Arizona, and I'll take the Seahawks.
I love it. I love what Geno Smith is doing because he has disappeared for so many years, and now he's back on the radar, and he's playing really well. I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well.
The Rams will be in Tampa Bay. I'll take Brady and the Bucks.
Yeah, the Rams, again, I don't know what's up with all these teams with all this talent sucking. I mean, we got two of them facing each other this week with the Bucks and the Rams. I'm going to go the Bucks as well, but I feel like the Rams have to turn it around at some point.
All right. We've got Tennessee at Kansas City. Got to go with the Chiefs.
Me too. I don't know. The Titans are 5-2, but like for some reason they don't feel like a 5-2
They're not,
team.
yeah. They don't.
But they're playing well. I mean, Derrick Henry is a freaking boss. I'm going to go KC as well, though.
And Monday night, Baltimore is in New Orleans against the Saints. I'll take the Ravens.
I'm going to do that as well.
All right.
I don't know if we have too many differences this week, which doesn't help my case to catch up, but
that's true.
We'll see. Maybe I'll switch some picks last minute.
Football picks for week 9.
Yep.
Brings us to Would You Rather. Gail, I won't forget this time. Yeah. It is time to play Would You Rather, where the answers are either A or B.
You have to choose.
Yeah.
No C.
There's no C.
No D.
No.
Sometimes an E, but that's just when Pete drinks a little
Can't
bit too
say
much.
none of the above. What? All right, question number 1. Would you rather punch a wall full force or get punched in the chest?
These are the questions where I hate Would You Rather. Neither. Why would I want to do either one?
I don't want to do either one, but
you got to do A or B.
All right, I think I would rather get punched in the chest because unless it's one that, hits you and stops your heart or something like that, it's one punch and then it's like, okay, I'm a little sore all day. If you punch a wall full force, chances are you're breaking something, so you're going to end up with what? 6 to 8 weeks of your... So I think you would get over a punch in the chest faster than punching a wall. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to take the risk. It doesn't specify how hard or who's punching me.
Okay.
Like if we're talking a John Cena punch to the chest, I think I'm going to pass on that. I don't really want to mess around with that.
That would not be fun. No.
Plus, it's a broken ribs, maybe. I don't know what we're talking here. I think I'll go with the punch a wall full force and just hope it's some really weak drywall. Full force, go right through. Ego boost. I'm like, oh, I'm a man. I'm hoping there's no stud behind it, but I'm thinking through a wall. I don't know if I want to take the chance on whatchamacallit, the chest.
So Diane would rather punch a wall?
Yeah, Gail says punch the wall. My full force isn't very forceful, says Gail.
Oh, good point.
Great, but what if you just lie, too? You're like, oh, this is my full force. Oh, God, I need to work out more.
That's a good point.
Anyways, Ryan says wall all day. Yeah, I think you're kind of weird choosing chest, man.
All right.
I'm just saying. You can't go back now. You had to choose A or B, and you chose B.
I chose B, yeah. Number 2, would you rather eat nothing but salad or nothing but dessert for a week? Now,
I want you all, because I know everyone's going to be like, dessert. I want you all to think about that, though. We're talking strictly dessert.
Right.
For a week. That nauseates me.
Okay, now, I'm obviously a dessert guy because
we all know
my
you're
sweet
picking.
tooth.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I could eat dessert
for a week.
Every meal for a week. I don't think I could do it. I'm going salad.
You've made me reconsider.
Don't let me bully you out of your answer.
No, you're not bullying me out of the answer. You're making me see that you might be right.
I always bully you out of the answer, and then I finish it with, don't let me bully you out of the answer. Every time.
But no, I mean, you might be right. If I'm only eating like Swiss rolls and Oreos.
I'm trying to think if there's some desserts.
Ice cream.
I'm trying to think of, how far are we stretching dessert? You know, like, is a fruit salad dessert? Because isn't that sometimes served as a dessert, or like a fruit parfait?
It could be.
What is a parfait?
A parfait.
I don't know what that is.
It's more like ice cream.
Oh,
but no, I think
switch up. Go sherbet. Sometimes you could go Jello.
Right.
It's a little bit.
You could have assorted fruits. You're right. So
yeah, I'm trying to justify.
What's that called?
A
fruit cocktail? I think
sure.
that was it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, all right, I'm gonna go salad.
Plus, I mean, we're gonna be eating healthy. We're going to come out of that week feeling great, and then we can dive right back into the desserts and screw it all up.
And question number 3. And by the way, don't you love how he likes to dive in and analyze all these questions? I guess that's the way you got to do it. Mm-hmm. Number 3, would you rather live in a historic war movie or a dystopian future movie? I'm thinking like Star Wars or something like that.
Is that dystopian? What is it? Can someone define dystopian?
I'm not sure what dystopian means.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, you look it up. Would you rather live in a historic war movie or a dystopian future movie? In a way, I don't know if I've ever said this to Matt, but in a way, I feel like I was born a few decades too late.
Yeah.
I feel like I would really fit in the 40s and 50s.
Relating to or denoting an imagined state or society where there is great suffering or injustice.
Oh.
So it's not a cakewalk, you know?
Okay.
You're not going to the future and flying around in cars and going to live a nice, fine life.
So getting back to what I was saying about, I feel like I really would have fit in the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
With the suit, going to a ball game in a suit. And
you do love
hat.
suits. You need more reasons to wear a suit.
Yeah.
This is going to become a strictly formal show. You cannot watch unless it's black tie formal.
Okay, we could do that.
No. People can't watch.
Oh, they can't watch.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
8 a.m. Get up, put a suit on, and watch the show. I'll find out if you don't.
How are you going to know?
I'll know.
Okay.
I'll know. I'll get the birds on it. I'll befriend the birds. Finally.
Now, the only thing that gets me about would I rather live in a historic war movie is the word war, because it's like, am I in the war?
Right.
Am I fighting World War II over in Paris in the trenches or what?
Can I just be the person that sits at home and listens on the radio?
There you go.
I
support our troops.
The reaction. Or,
go.
Yeah, something like that. Can I buy, what was it, war bonds?
Yeah,
Can I just be the one that purchases war bonds?
Yeah. I'm still going to go with historic war movie.
I think I'm going dystopian future.
Are you?
But I guess I need to know what kind of suffering we're going to experience.
Okay.
But I don't really want to be in the war of any of the historic war movies.
I gotcha.
I mean, they're fun to watch, but I don't think it would necessarily be fun to, hop on in.
Okay.
I'm going to go future.
All right. That wraps up Would You Rather for this week, and we'll check more of your answers and when we get into the post show. Time for the Hallmark movie drinking game. Hallmark's non-stop Christmas movies, holiday movies have begun. Why just watch when you can watch and drink? Story this week talks about the Hallmark Christmas movies drinking game. Here are the rules. You take a drink when two attractive people bump into each other.
Oh my God, I can't believe we just did that. This is so crazy.
When someone mentions how much they hate Christmas. I hate Christmas.
That's a staple, right? Because if everybody loved Christmas, it wouldn't be a good movie.
Right. When someone complains about the big city. Oh, the traffic is horrible. When the town goes caroling, you take a drink.
Okay.
When they make Christmas cookies, you take a drink.
Staple. That's like first date.
Right.
It has to happen. Yeah.
When two characters almost kiss.
Oh, but then they get like something interrupts it.
Yeah.
It's my boss. I need to answer this.
You take a drink when a character rediscovers the magic of Christmas. Happens in every movie.
I was gonna say that's literally the resolution of every Hallmark movie.
Then you take a drink when there's a misunderstanding between the main characters, because that's always
Has to.
get mad and storm off. You take a shot when the main characters fall in love, and you take a shot when it starts snowing when the main characters kiss.
Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful.
Have we just summed up every Hallmark
if you're watching
movie?
like 2 movies in a day, you're getting hammered. Was this for you? Because you're normally the one stuck watching Hallmark movies with Trish.
Yeah, maybe I should try
and
this
year you got Trish and Sarah, who both are obsessed with Hallmark movies.
Okay, I definitely have to do this.
I think you secretly like them. I think you're just trying to act tough. You don't need to act tough. We're all friends here. We're all family.
They're not that bad.
There it is.
But they're hokey. I mean, I watch the movies with Mom, but I'm always like, there's the puppy. There's always a puppy.
Exactly. You love it. Justin says Hallmark should just completely left field it and make a horror movie for marketing. They should. They should do something crazy. Like, just unheard of.
A Christmas horror movie?
Something.
That would be
something.
That would be wild. That would be wild.
I mean, it'd be great, though. Why keep making the same one? Throw a curveball in there.
It is time for our game of the week, which this week is the secret sound game. Now, the way we usually play this is you get to guess 1 and 2, and I jump in 2 if it goes for a while.
Yeah.
And I get number 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, I get the first guess, that is, on number 3.
We'll see how these sounds go. Might be easy, might be difficult.
Never know.
They kind of range. I try and pace us where it goes easy to hard. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. First sound. Everybody, listen up.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Think you're tough? Think you're tough out here?
I got it, man.
Making me feel bad? Good. I picked an easy sound. Stop squeaking your freaking shoes.
I know, man.
Stop
Why
squeaking your frick. That's not the sound. You're going to confuse people.
We have been in this building here for over an hour, and my sneakers are
Shoes
still
take a while.
Are they still wet on the bottom?
Well, we're on a hardwood floor. They might squeak regardless. Yeah. I just don't know why. I mean, we all move our feet occasionally. Right. For some reason, you got happy feet when we do the show. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Pete's got happy feet.
I'll play one more time. Okay. Sound. Let's see.
Who's first?
Gail was the first one, but Gail and Diane both said a ping pong ball.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Playing some ping pong. I thought you were going to throw me
Love it.
I thought you were going to throw me a curveball, throw in a little pickleball or something.
Oh, pickleball. Hey, all right. I'm going to make a note next time. I do love ping pong. I want a ping pong table so bad. We have no room.
No place to.
Yeah, exactly.
We could get rid of the dining room table. Is that really needed?
I mean, it would be both. You could still eat on a ping pong table.
True.
I don't think Trish would be down for it. But
no,
I mean, Trish is gone right now. We're in charge. I'm just saying. I love ping pong though. I wish I could play ping pong more. Second sound, everybody listen up. Yeah, just take your time with your coffee.
I thought about that.
That's not the sound, everybody.
Okay.
I apologize to our podcast listeners. That's just my incoherent co-host. Just don't worry about him.
Sorry. Take 2. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I know what it is.
Okay.
Could be one of 2 things.
One more time. Diane says store the ping pong table in the old outhouse. Bring it out on nice days and do it in the driveway. They got rid of the outhouse. It's gone.
Yeah, we did.
It's gone.
Sorry about that.
But one thing I did learn is it was like attached to the old shed or garage or whatever, right? So when you had to knock that down, you had to knock down the outhouse.
And it had to go.
So I'm not as mad. Mm-hmm. Also, I mean, an outhouse for that long probably would have been nasty. So maybe we should just build a new one.
Is there a market for outhouses?
That's gross. Okay. I mean, it would come in handy though. I'm just saying. Liam had to go to the bathroom while I was in the shower the other day, and that was obnoxious. We can get into that in the post show. Kid was, I swear he was messing with me. Anyways, Justin says hot coffee pouring. Incorrect. Right. Abby says pouring coffee. Incorrect. Gail says soda pouring. That's what it
that's
is.
right.
You can just faintly hear the
carbonation.
Yes. Yeah. It just keeps going. Does everyone have to pee now?
I was just going to say that.
There it is. You can really hear it. The fizzing.
I wasn't sure.
What a great sound.
I wasn't sure if it was a beer at first, but then I thought.
An underappreciated sound.
I would agree.
The carbon, it just sounds so nice.
I would agree.
And I think it's underappreciated because most of the time you're like, oh my God, I poured too much. And you're like, don't touch it.
It's going over the top.
Don't touch it. But what a great sound. What a great sound.
Do you ever notice sometimes when you're pouring and the cup's getting full and full and full, you can almost get above the top.
Yeah.
It almost makes it.
You're not supposed to touch it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll luck out. Sometimes you still pour too much and it spills, but sometimes you luck out.
All right.
Third sound, we'll let Pete go first on this one. I think this one maybe is a little bit more challenging. We'll see. You guys are killing it today.
Windshield wipers.
Too easy for you people.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It took me a minute.
It was tough to find a good one. I wanted one with rain, but all of those sounded terrible. So, but that's what we got. Yeah, windshield wipers.
All right.
You guys are killing it. I might have to retire the game. You guys are too good for me.
Plus, we got a cat won the Stumpah.
Yeah.
Without any clues.
Right.
So, man.
This show's too easy.
What
Next show, you're not getting a single thing.
Yes.
It's going to be like 10% of Americans think this. That's going to be the Stumpah. Good luck. Good luck getting that one.
Good luck figuring out what they think. All right, it's time to explain why we have these, and he's going to
specifically why I have this one.
Yeah, and not you were talking about your Teddy Bruschi jersey,
right?
Or your Brady jersey.
Who doesn't love Teddy Bruschi?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Since it is Jersey Day today, when you're supposed to wear the jersey of your favorite player, not so much team, but favorite player, we thought we'd draft our favorite jerseys today. So, we doing rock paper scissors again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We did Halloween candy last time.
Yep. To determine who goes first, it's time for rock, paper, scissors.
Here we go. Ready? Are we doing just once, or are we doing best of 3? Last time we did just once.
Just once is fine with me.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Me again. People are going to start thinking I'm picking on you.
Is there a theory to how to win this? There probably is.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's hard when it's a one-off.
Yes.
If you're playing like best of 3, best of 7, you might be able to develop a pattern on what your opponent might be thinking.
All right. So, time for our favorite sports jerseys. Who you're drafting in round 1?
This is tough.
Why is it tough?
Because I think I know what you're going to pick if I don't pick it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to predict. It's a mind game here because I'm trying to develop the best team.
Right.
Because then you guys get to decide who won.
That's right.
Who won.
If you forgot.
I'm going to go with the Chargers powder blue jerseys.
Are you really?
Yeah, for the number 1. Which it used to be like an alternate, I think. They wore it with white pants, and now they actually brought it back. It's their home jersey, and they wear it with yellow pants.
All right.
Whew, looks clean.
So you thought I might take that one first?
No.
Okay. My first one is the Patriots red jersey.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew I wouldn't get that one if I picked the Chargers.
When I was thinking about, what uniforms the teams wear, of course, the Patriots wear the blue, but I like the red.
This one is so nice. Yeah. This was going to be my second pick.
Oh, no.
Dang it. I should have played smarter. I don't think you thought of the Chargers powder blue.
Are you writing these down?
It was lower on your list. That's right. I got to write these down.
Okay, so my first is the Pats red. You pick the Chargers powder blue.
Yeah.
And you're up for round 2.
I'm going to go the Rams blue and yellow.
Oh.
Which they wore in the Eric Dickerson days, and now they wear it now.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Rams royal blue and yellow.
Okay. I'm going to go with my team. I'll take the and this is the throwback jersey, by the way, which is a different. To me, this is aqua, and the other one I have, the one they wear now, is more of a teal.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go. Color. I'm going to go with the Dolphins throwback.
But they did wear the throwbacks the last game or the game before that.
Game before that.
Yeah. They do look nice.
Yep.
So that was on my list. I was thinking about it.
Okay. All
right. I got to cross them out here. I got to think which one I want to go with. I think I'm going to go the Buccaneers creamsicle jerseys.
Really?
Yeah. Why did you not like those?
Not really. And I know a lot of the fans are like, "Oh, don't go back to those." So
they haven't worn them in a while.
No, they haven't.
I'm waiting for them to bring them back.
Yeah. I'll go with the Green Bay Packers. It's a classic.
Are you talking about the ugly one though?
I'm talking
navy blue and brown.
No, I'm talking about the regular Sunday, the green one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because their throwback is disgusting.
Oh, it is.
It's gross.
And
also,
like
a circle in the middle. It's gross.
And how about the Steelers with the stripes?
See, I don't hate it. Like, it's ugly, the one that they had, but I think they could do stripes and make it look cool.
Right.
Pittsburgh, contact me. I have an idea. Let's see. What else is on the board here?
This is round 4?
This is round 4.
Okay.
I'm going to go with...
Too many choices or what?
I'm going to go with the Seahawks lime green color rush jerseys.
Oh,
some people don't like them.
Yeah, some people think it's like a yellow highlighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them,
right.
personally.
All right. Let's see. How about the San Francisco red jersey?
But it's like the red with the like black embossed
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because nowadays they just wear like straight white numbers.
Right.
But they bring back the little. All right. That's a good one.
I'll go with those.
That's a good one. All right. This is my last pick here.
Oh, that's right.
Diane likes my creamsicle jerseys.
Oh yeah, she's a Bucks fan.
Big Bucks fan.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of good ones. I don't know which one to pick.
I know. I've got like 3 I'm trying to choose from here.
This is tough. I did not think it would be this tough. I'm gonna go with
his final pick.
The Eagles Kelly Green jerseys.
Oh.
They were like more of a, not as dark as they are now. It's like more of a bright green.
Right.
That's what I'm going to go with.
All right. Now, see, I mean, like you said, there's some good ones left.
Yep.
I mean,
it's your last pick here.
I know. I guess I'll go with Denver's orange.
Okay.
Denver's orange jersey.
It's kind of it's a throwback, I think, right?
No, the one they wear on regular Sunday.
Oh, not the one with the... It's like a horse with a D over it?
With a light blue helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
not that one?
Not that one.
Interesting. No. All right. Well, there's your teams. I know
what we got?
It was tough. I wanted to prep pictures, but I didn't know what you would pick, so I couldn't really prep pictures for this. But it'll be on socials. I'll put pictures on it for the clips and stuff.
So can you repeat who's got what?
All right. So Pete's team, he's got the Pats red, which is what I'm wearing right now. The Dolphins throwback, which is what he's wearing right now. The Packers normal jersey, not the ugly throwback. The normal Packers jersey. The 49ers throwback with the white and it's red, but it's white and black numbers.
Right.
And the Denver orange jerseys.
Okay.
And then for me, I got the Chargers powder blue, the Rams royal and yellow, the Bucks creamsicle, and the Seahawks lime green color rush. And last but not least, the Eagles Kelly green uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah. Some solid picks.
So who do you think? Who do you think has the better team?
And if you need to Google them, go for it. Yeah. But yeah, keep an eye out during the week. I'll post pictures of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Time for this week's random question. Before you make that impulse purchase, consider the ways your money might be spent in a better way. A Reddit user recently asked, what life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? We do have some suggestions. Number 1 is a good pillow. Can't beat it, right?
Right.
Have a good pillow. Number 2 is some blackout curtains. Help you get a good night's sleep.
That is true. Honestly, life-changing.
The only thing I don't like about that is we have Trish put up dark blue curtains in our bedroom. Mm-hmm. So when we close them, the only problem I have is if I wake up around 7:30, the room is still dark.
Yeah,
so
right.
I have to, you can't just wake up and say, oh, it's morning. You wake up and you go, what time is it?
You have to look at the top of the curtain to say, is the sunshine trying to come through? That's the only telltale sign.
So what else? Do you have any ideas? What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100?
I have 2, but one of them might be difficult to get under $100.
What's that?
A good pair of headphones.
Oh, okay.
They could run you more than $100.
Right.
But I do find them to be life-changing. If you enjoy listening to music, getting a good pair of headphones is oh my goodness.
No, I know.
Listening to your favorite songs and hearing every part of them.
Yeah. No, I do know I talk about my old radio show quite a bit, but it's true with headphones. I went through 3 or 4 different brands, and they just never really sounded right. I landed on these Sony, I forgot the number. It's like a V9 705 or something like that. But I discovered these.
I wonder if you were even close. V97-400. Ha, he can't hear me.
MDR 7506.
So you were kind of close.
Yeah, whatever. So I found these 25 years ago.
You've had those, not the specific ones.
This is my third pair.
Yeah, surprising, actually.
Yeah.
That it's only the third pair.
I had one pair that I loved so much that I did something to the cord. It got a little frayed. So I asked our chief engineer at the time, I was like, is there any way you can fix these?
It was probably more expensive to fix it than to just buy a new pair.
And then I found out that this was huge, especially when the beard came in.
Right.
These little pads around the ears, they sell replacements.
Well, yeah, because you would wear them so bad that they would flake off on your face.
Yeah, then I'd have little plastic.
And Mom would get so mad. She was like, can you just buy a new pair of headphones, please? Like, they were just flaking off. He's like, nah, these work great. So finally we found out, you could get replacement pads.
And these were about 100. They're 90 something.
Yeah, right. I think actually nowadays it might be a little bit more. But
what was your other?
My other one is less than $100. It is life changing, and you guys know my experiences with the dentist. But this one, they're telling the truth. A power toothbrush, an electric toothbrush.
It's done well for you.
I mean, it's what they use. It's the same type of brush that they use to clean your teeth. It just your gums and your teeth will never be healthier. I'm speaking this from I'm not being endorsed by any dentists. I'm not being paid to say this. No. I wish I was. Dentists, reach out to your boy. Honestly, my teeth and gums have never been better. Get a power toothbrush.
So anyone else, what life-changing item can you buy for less than $100?
Justin says Minecraft. Perfect. Hey, it has been life-changing. Abby says a nice knife.
Yep, that's on the list.
Are we talking switchblade? Are we talking kitchen knife?
A really good cutting knife.
Okay. Just making sure Abby's not like murdering people. Abby says for cooking, Matt, before you ask and make fun of me. How'd you know? How'd you know I was going to say that?
It was coming.
I'm retiring. I'm too predictable.
Somebody, I don't know how much these cost. I know Mom has bought one. Maybe she's bought others for the kids. A cast iron skillet.
Yeah, I don't know how much those cost.
Use it all the time.
But
use it all the time.
Yeah, they last long. So like it's an investment, I think. Right. Yeah. So I mean, personally, I prefer a nice nonstick frying pan in which I bought myself that you now use more than me. And you never ask. You just do it.
Sorry. Can I borrow your pan?
As long as you wash it.
Okay.
And it's dishwasher safe, which is great. But yeah, no, a cast iron skillet is great.
And
sorry, go ahead.
The only other thing I was going to say, I wouldn't say it's life-changing, but when you buy a package of new socks, isn't that just great to put on new socks?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like little pillows on your feet.
It is. I don't know. Sometimes it's one of those things where, like, you just love the socks you have, though. I have socks with so many holes in them, but I refuse to throw them away because they're my socks. You've had them for so long. I always get yelled at every time I like take my shoes off. Someone like sees the hole. They're like, "Matt, get rid of the socks."
That drives me crazy though to have a hole in my sock.
Only if it's on the toe. That drives me crazy if it's on the toe because then your toe pokes out. It doesn't feel good. Then I get rid of the socks.
But if it's on the heel, you're okay with that?
Sometimes I don't feel it. If I don't feel it, it's fine by me. Keep them. Good pair of socks.
All right.
Is that bad? Is that not healthy? Is that like unhygienic? Should I stop doing that? I don't think it's unhygienic. They're clean.
No,
I wash my socks.
Whatever you do you, right?
Anyway, Justin said a good jacket. That's true.
Gotta have a good jacket.
Not in Florida.
No.
He doesn't need a good jacket anymore.
No, that's true.
Up here, you need a good... I mean, if it ever decides to get cold. We've had like 75-degree days the past couple of days.
And it's going to be warm this weekend, yeah.
Crazy.
Did we tell the story in the air that when Matt and my daughter Sarah were down in Texas checking out houses and things, they decided on a house, or she did, right? You were just
right. I'm not buying a house.
Yeah. So they decided on a house, but they're touring one of the models, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at the coat closet, and
it was kind of small.
Sarah said, "Why is I don't know, that coat closet's really small." And the woman said, "Well, you don't really need a coat that often down here."
Yeah.
So
we were like, "How cold is it getting?" She was like, well, "One time it was pretty cold. It got down to like 50." And Sarah just looked at me. I was wearing my Red Sox hat. And the other guy that was there was like, "Oh, that must be nothing to you guys. How cold does it get up there?" And I was like, "Well, like really cold winters, it gets like negative, I don't know, 10." Abby's like rookie numbers. And it gets pretty. And they're like, "What?
What?
How do you survive?
Do you ever go outside?"
A good jacket. That's how. Justin says Crocs with giblets. Justin lives an interesting life. Crocs, a nice jacket, in Minecraft, and he's good to go. He's set for life.
I think Florida's baking its brain.
Maybe. It's because he's wearing a jacket in 85-degree weather.
Could be.
He lives in his mind.
Time for Feel Good Friday. By the way, we're always we welcome your stories. You can let us know in the voicemail or email or in the chat anything going on in your life. But our story this week comes from the Columbus Dispatch. It's a story about 9-year-old Blake Momfer of Delaware. He has spina bifida, and like all kids, he loves Halloween. And each year, it's a fun challenge to create a costume that offers enough mobility for his wheelchair. Over the past few years, Blake and his dad, Eric, have become experts in putting these costumes together, and pictures of Blake in his costumes have gone viral on the internet a few times. This year, Blake went trick-or-treating dressed as a container of McDonald's French fries. And pictures were once again shared around the country. And this time, Blake's costume caught the attention of McDonald's. A representative from the restaurant chain who reached out to the family, they offered Blake a certificate for a year's supply of free fries. In addition to the fries, Blake and his family got to enjoy a Halloween party in a nearby McDonald's. During the party, staff pulled up a video from Ronald McDonald announcing the free fries.
Let's go.
Eric admits that putting these costumes together can sometimes be stressful, but he sees that all the hard work sometimes helps other families with spina bifida come up with ideas for their costumes. Eric explained, if what we do can help somebody else out, give them an idea to do that for their kids, then all the work is worth it.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
So congratulations once again. And free fries, huh?
Woo. Do you think Ronald McDonald, is that a single person? His job is Ronald McDonald. Do you think he makes like 6 figures a year? And what do you think he does in between things like this? You think he's always like shooting commercials and stuff? I just can't. I feel like Ronald McDonald is not in that much anymore.
I don't think so. No, maybe it's
do you think it's like a part-time job?
I would think so.
Or do you think they just have like I don't know, there's just this guy sitting in his apartment dressed as Ronald McDonald, just ready to go whenever he needs to be Ronald McDonald?
Do you think every store or maybe every region has their own Ronald costume and they just find the guy? Who's on today? Bruce? All right, you're Ronald.
Maybe. I would like to think that Ronald McDonald is such an essential part of McDonald's that it's one person. He's always dressed as Ronald McDonald. That is his appearance until the end of time. And they fly him on a private jet like where he needs to be. That's at least how I like to be.
I don't know. Yeah. All right, that brings us to Foodie Friday. Of course, next up on the calendar is Thanksgiving, which always brings some different choices for dessert. Time once again for Foodie Friday. We're into November. Thanksgiving is next. And have I ever mentioned that I like pie?
Just once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice. I happened to be going through the grocery store with Sarah the other day.
Yes, he does. He just roams there from time to time. Yeah.
I'm that guy that you see wandering around Stop and Shop. Yep. Nothing else to do. While we were there was a display that had pie, these little individual pies. So I looked at them and I thought, ooh, that would be good. And then I saw the Thanksgiving flavors. So we have pecan pie.
Yep. Which I've never had.
Or pecan. I don't know which way to say it.
That's true.
We also have pumpkin pie.
Which I don't think I've ever had.
I
might have, but I don't know.
If I have, I didn't like, because I never have it again. Mm-hmm. But I'll try it. And pecan, I do like, by the way. And for some reason, Sarah picked out a cherry pie, which
I've also never had that. I've never had any of these pies.
Okay, maybe that's why she did it.
It's a true first-time reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually love cherry pie. I like pecan pie, and I'm not sure about pumpkin pie.
Wait, you love cherry pie?
I do.
Oh, so why are you all salty that Sarah picked out cherry pie?
I just don't, because it doesn't tie in with Thanksgiving. The other two do.
Is there a rule saying which pies are Thanksgiving pies?
No, there's just the ones that are served at Thanksgiving.
I just thought Thanksgiving is just the pie holiday. You have pies at Thanksgiving.
I don't think
what kind.
But I don't think you're going to have pumpkin pie in the summer, are you? By the way, blueberry is my ultimate number one.
Did they not have any blueberry?
I didn't see any.
Oh.
But no.
Apple pie.
Apple's got to be number one.
What about chocolate cream pie?
Okay.
Do you count that as a pie?
People do. I mean, it's called a pie,
It's
but
true.
it's really... I mean,
We're getting a little off track here.
aren't we? Yes. All
We're
right.
talking about all the pies that we don't have in front of us.
When is National Pie Day?
For the next 4 weeks, it's just going to be pie.
Wouldn't that be 3/14? Right? Isn't that pie?
Yes. Yeah.
So
3.141. I don't know all the digits.
that's National
I'm not going
Pie
to be one
Day.
of those people.
Make a note
We'll do pie
on the
again.
show. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So are we doing our hands here? Oh,
We need the forks first. What do you want to start with?
let's go pumpkin first.
Pumpkin first.
All right.
Nice piece here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Didn't fall off. Here we go. Pumpkin pie.
And let us know what your favorite pie is in the chat. Very Thanksgiving-y.
Thanksgiving. Is that a word?
That's a Thanksgiving pie right there.
I would agree.
Not bad.
No. Oh, you can have another bite?
Yeah, I need to get the full effect.
I wasn't, like I said, I don't order pumpkin pie, or I often skip it at a Thanksgiving get-together, but I thought it would taste worse. And it's okay. It's all right.
It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. I'm not going to seek it out, but it's not terrible. I'll give it a 6.
I'm thinking like a 5. And in case you're wondering, we did warm them up a little before filming.
All right, let's go cherry next.
Cherry next? All
You
right.
guys been hyping up pecan pie.
Well, I don't have enough filling on that.
Pecan pie.
Cheers.
Cheers. Damn, it's a big bite. Oh, you're just sharing.
We're going to make a mess.
All right, here
All
we
right, cheers. Oh, not loving it, huh?
I'm not a fan of, and everybody's gonna roast me because that's the whole point. But the pieces of the fruit, like when you get the cherry skin in there.
Oh, right.
I don't like that.
Okay.
It's a texture thing for me. I'm not a fan.
How about when you're eating an apple pie? You okay with that?
Honestly, not really.
Not really,
But
huh?
I like the taste of it enough to make the sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I like cherry pie, so I'll give it a 7.
7.
7?
Okay.
I like it.
I'm gonna give this one a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a 5.
All right.
I'll eat it. It didn't taste bad, but I'm not a fan.
All right. I am curious to see what you think about the last one here.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is gonna taste like, but you said you love it, and Sarah said she loves pecan pie.
Pecan pie or pecan pie.
pie.
And what's funny is I think I was in my 40s, if not 50s, before I even tried pecan pie.
I feel like that makes sense. I feel like it's not very
Very youth.
youth heavy pie. There.
Right.
I think you're craving a nice, I don't know, chocolate cream pie or
Which-
apple pie.
Once I had it, I thought of all the years I wasted. All right, here we go.
Pecan pie.
We haven't spilled any yet, have we?
Sometimes you're so aggressive with the cheers, I get nervous. I go very gingerly. Here we go.
Pecan pie. I don't know if the first time I had it, I expected it to be more of a nutty flavor, but I like that. I do.
Pretty good.
So let me think. I gave pumpkin a 5, cherry a 7.
That's not bad. I like the taste of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
What is in it?
Well, obviously you have to have pecans.
Yeah, but what's the squishy part? Because obviously you don't get that from the nuts. So it's eggs. Obviously it's pecans or pecans or whatever. Eggs, corn syrup, brown sugar, vanilla, melted butter, salt, and cinnamon together. So I mean, it's just a bunch of good things all together.
The brown sugar and the cinnamon.
I mean, it's good. It's solid.
I think I'll give this one a 7 too.
Really? So you're ranking cherry and
Pecan pie. I am
How do
rating
you
them
say
the
it?
same.
It's bugging me. It's in my head now. You're rating them the same. That's surprising. You guys spoke so highly of pecan pie.
Oh, you thought I'd be higher?
Yeah.
Oh no, I put it about the same as a cherry. It's
right.
not. It's not nowhere near apple.
Yeah.
But,
Apple's the gold standard, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But if I'm at a table and there's pecan pie or there's cherry pie, I'm like, well, can't lose either way.
All right, so I went 6 on the pumpkin, 5 on the cherry. I'll go 7.
7?
Yeah, it's the best out of the 3. It's not apple. Definitely not
Oh
apple.
no, it's not apple.
But it's not bad. I like the smell of it. It smells really good.
By the way, let us know in the chat what your favorite pie is or what you think about these Thanksgiving pies. And by the way, if you have an idea of something we can try on a future Foodie Friday, let us know. It could be something in the grocery store, something a restaurant is serving, or a new restaurant. If it's local, we'll go check it out. We just might feature it on a future edition of Foodie Friday. Now, I see a couple of people have mentioned mincemeat pie in the chats. Abby was the first to bring that one up.
That I've never had.
Yeah, my mother used to make a mincemeat pie every year for her brother, my Uncle Al.
Okay.
She always made a mincemeat pie and brought it down to him, and I don't think I've ever tried it. There's no meat.
Really?
There's no meat in a mincemeat pie. It's
Okay,
more like
well, that's deceiving.
it's more like dried fruits and stuff like that. I'll have to do some research as to why it's even named mincemeat pie.
Justin says you're a pie professor.
Oh, there you go. Have I ever mentioned that I like pie?
Don't tell him that. He's going to get like a name tag made, a nameplate. He's just going to walk around demanding pie everywhere.
Oh, we'll that next week on
He's going to cancel
Jersey Friday.
He's going to cancel the show and just make a pie review channel. That's it.
It's time for baking pies with Julia Child. So
Okay.
we got a few suggestions here for the pies. Mincemeat was one. Mary Lou said she doesn't care for pecan pies too sweet. So I could see that. It was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. Again, I don't know if anything's beaten apple. I think apple's just
True.
money. I do need to try blueberry pie. I don't think I've ever had it.
Should I try to find a mincemeat pie for next week or?
Sure, because that sounds delicious. Let's see. Diane did say, of course, my pies have to be homemade. Everything else sucks. I think mincemeat these days is just sticky fruits like you find in fruitcake. In the old days, it was really meat with fruit.
Oh, it was meat with fruit.
That sounds disgusting.
What, meat and fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Now that I think
I don't know
about
if I want that kind of combination.
Yeah.
Gross. Anyways, we'll get to more in the post show.
Okay. That'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out for a little bit. If you do have to go, we do leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is, when you decide enough is enough, that's not giving up. That's just you getting started. All right, stand by for the post show. Back. All right. Justin mentions Hershey pie and some good steak and ale pie.
Well, steak and ale pie.
I have no idea.
Justin, why do you do this?
What is steak and ale?
You come in here, you mention things that we don't know about, and you do it just to make us look stupid. I'm just kidding. He did say, I mean, while we're on the topic of Justin bringing up things I don't know, back in Would you rather get punched in the chest or punch a wall?
Right.
He said, let me find it. What if Francis Ngannou is the puncher? Who is that?
Who is Francis
And
Ngannou?
how do you pronounce it? Somebody help me. What is it?
If it's a wrestler, I don't know.
It's probably, if I had to guess, it's an anime character, but I don't want to look stupid, which is his goal, but I think I've already done that.
He also asked, I know you have more would you rathers, but
Yeah.
Justin also asked, Matt, any update on the witch count? How many witches were out there?
Yeah, I had said, so we remember which was the most common costume on the list?
Yeah,
and I
it
said,
was.
I don't think that's true, but I'll have to keep an eye out, count how many witches. So I wasn't handing out candy.
No,
I was up in my room with the dogs.
Right.
Can you speak on that? How did you see a lot of witches?
Maybe 5.
5? Do you
Yeah.
think that, what was the most popular, do you think, that you saw?
Most popular costume?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you not paying attention? Or were you handing out
Well, I was.
candy
but
like the bunnies in the street?
There was
or
a
something?
stormtrooper.
A stormtrooper or many stormtroopers?
No, there was one stormtrooper.
That's not what we're
The
looking for.
best costume actually didn't come to our door For some, our neighbor has a very elaborate Halloween display.
Yeah.
So, everybody goes to check out the display, and not everybody comes to the house next door. I don't know why.
Thanks, Kevin.
But
I guess our house looks uninviting because his looks so great.
There was someone in a Pillsbury Doughboy costume.
That's awesome. It's a great costume.
It's like 7 feet tall with a hat, Yeah. And I saw him walking up the street, him or her. I saw them walking up the street, and I was just like, "That's cool."
I mean, if you saw like 5 witches, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the most common. By the way, I think it's a UFC fighter. As Ryan says, UFC heavyweight champ.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Justin says he's one of the scariest MMA fighters. He has a crazy knockout power. So here I am looking stupid, thinking Justin's bringing up anime people again.
Maybe not him punching me in the chest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you thought it through. I think punching the wall is definitely the better choice here.
I do have to say, back to Halloween, that one costume that sticks out in my mind was a young girl came up and she had like a shaved head, aviators. She was in a suit and she had a gold chain. And I said to her, I like your costume. And she said, do you know who it is? Do you know who I am? And I looked at her and I was like, Pitbull? She was like, yes, I knew someone would get it. And I told her, I said, I was a little hesitant because, I was afraid I might be wrong, But, and then she said, this is what got me. Then she said, this is the one time having no hair helps. And I thought, maybe it's a medical condition or alopecia or
right.
chemotherapy, whatever. I thought, well, that's a good outlook,
That is.
Yeah, that was cool.
And what an awesome idea.
Yeah, and she was a great pit bull. She really was.
That's awesome.
All right.
Let's see. Gail did say, did you see the video on Facebook about the children putting candy from their buckets into a bowl on someone's porch because it was empty when they got there? I saw a video. I don't know if this is the video you're talking about. It was like a group of friends, and there was probably like 5 or 6 of them, and it was a house like that with the bull out front.
Right.
And like the friends like went up and like were definitely taking more candy than should have taken.
Yeah.
But if you're putting the bull out on your porch, you got to expect that, right?
It's probably going to happen.
Freaking kids now.
Yeah.
I finally reached an age where I can say that.
You can say that.
Stupid kids.
Yes.
But anyways, like 5 of them, took way too much, and like they started to leave, and there's one kid that like lagged behind his friends, took candy out of his own bucket and put it in them, and I was like, everybody be that friend.
Yes.
Okay, definitely be the friend that did that. So I just thought none of his friends saw it, nobody saw it,
right.
But he just went back and like put a bunch of candy back in the bowl to make up for his shitty friends. So shout out to you, whoever you are.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
The other thing I noticed was kids had very creative candy bags. There were some that had buckets, like the McDonald's bucket. Then there were some that had pillowcases, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't get
expecting a lot of candy.
Then one guy walks up and he's got a plastic tall kitchen garbage bag. I'm like, there's an optimist,
Oh, we saw it hefty. Was it hefty?
Yeah.
One of the ones that's not going to break.
Right, right.
You can pierce it with a knife and it won't break open. That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody planted a good night.
And then one kid showed up with a body bag, and we were like, what are you planning? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe
that didn't happen.
No.
Let's see. What else do we have here for the Would You Rathers? I think everybody agreed on punching the wall. By the way, nobody go and punch a wall.
They chose that instead of
because
getting
would you rather
punched in the chest. Yeah.
Some people choose dessert. Justin chose dessert. I think this was Diane choosing dessert. Gail said salad, though. I'd be sick from too much dessert. I usually eat my dessert first. No, that's true, though. I just can't. I love dessert, but I don't think I could eat. I could do that.
Right?
I think I could definitely eat salad because you can mix up salads.
Yeah, true.
I think salad's a little slept on. I think people think salad, they're like, salad's boring. You got some lettuce.
Your sister Sarah makes a great salad.
Like some chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Sarah made a Greek salad the other day, which didn't sound appetizing, and then I had it, and it was very good.
We had some leftover steak. She cut that up into little small cubes and put that in a salad. So.
Ryan said, is pizza dessert? I don't think so.
No.
I would not rule that dessert in my book.
No, don't think so.
Diane says, I think I misunderstood the question. I want the salads, not the desserts. Oh, there you go. So that would be, I think it was A. I don't remember. I lost my paper.
A was salads.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
So that's what it was. Diane says, I'm eating my homemade apple crisp for breakfast, traditionally a dessert.
Ooh.
That would not fly in my book. Even though if you think, I think maybe this is why I have a bone to pick with breakfast so much. It can't decide what it wants to be. Like you got a muffin.
Right.
Which, I mean, everything about a muffin is a dessert, right? I mean, it's like cake with chocolate chips in it or whatever. I mean, you could easily have that as a dessert.
Well, that happened. It came up the other morning because when Liam and I watch Paw Patrol in the morning, he likes to get his mini muffins.
Right.
And he has his coffee, which is
hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate with an ice cube in it, so it's really not hot, But there was one morning where Sarah was like, okay, what do you want for breakfast? And he said, I want cookies. And she said, no, you can't have cookies. All right, mini muffins. And I said to her, I said, what's the difference between a chocolate chip mini muffin or a Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookie? What's the difference?
Exactly. I mean, so that's why I think, cereal, depending on what type of cereal you're having, I mean, it's mainly just sugar. I mean, so
Lucky Charms, marshmallows.
We're kind of leaning towards dessert.
Right.
Breakfast is like eggs and bagels, but I don't know. I think that's why I just struggle with breakfast so much.
Yeah.
People want breakfast at different times of the day. It's because breakfast can't decide what it wants to be. Anywho, Justin says dystopian future. This was historical. Do you want to go to a historical war movie
or a dystopian future? Yeah.
I think Diane's choosing a historical war.
Okay.
See, you're the issue here.
Why am I
you
the
said,
issue?
where do you choose A
or a B?
And now Diane's choosing A and B. And now I gotta remember what
was it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is your fault.
You want me to go back and tell you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I remember it was a historical movie. Justin says dystopian. Gail says historical. I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to go to a war movie.
Yeah,
that's me personally.
And that is the caveat for me, is whether or not you have to be in the war.
I do think sometimes historical would be fun. Sometimes I think like different wardrobes from historical times are pretty dope. Like me and Justin always talk about cloaks, medieval times.
Yes.
Like let's bring cloaks back for a little bit. Like
cool.
in the winter, it's like -10 outside. Let me grab my fur cloak real quick. I think that'd be pretty epic.
They probably still make those.
Oh, I'm sure I could find them somewhere.
That's it. Some morning you'll tune in. We're
just gonna hunt a wolf.
Both gonna be in cloaks.
Turn it into a cloak. No, I probably shouldn't do that.
I saw a story this week
about cloaks.
No, about how some family had their and just picture this in our house because you know how Trish loved Baxter.
Oh yeah.
Some family had their golden retriever.
I don't know if I want to know this.
They took him when he died. They took him to a taxidermist.
I don't mess with
and they had him turned it. No, they had him turned into a rug.
Oh no, that's weird.
I mean, could you? A dog that you loved for hopefully 14 years or so is turned into a rug?
Of all things, though, a rug is like the worst because then you're walking on them.
I know. And it's like, oh, it's Saturday. I have to vacuum Baxter.
Nah, that's weird. That is weird.
I wasn't ready for that. Just one more pie to mention. I don't know if we have anything else.
Pete's like, let's get back to pie, please. What? What's up?
Abby said, don't forget, you have to try the apple pie with a slab of cheese. Is that a Wisconsin thing or something?
Did you do that? Did you try that last time?
I don't think I did.
I don't know if you ever did. You tried
no.
You tried a donut with cheese.
Yeah.
A chocolate donut with cheese. We mentioned that.
Kat's father-in-law, Tim, who likes to put cheese on everything, I guess, and he said cheese on a chocolate donut was fantastic. I don't think so.
But maybe. Apple pie normally makes its way into our Thanksgiving, doesn't it?
Usually.
I think so.
Yeah, usually.
Maybe. I'm not promising. Maybe that's a Foodie Friday thing. Maybe we got to do it.
Okay.
Are you making notes?
Yes,
minced meat disgustingness. Cheese with apple pie. Anywho, anything else?
No, I think we're good.
I hope everybody has a great week.
Yeah, have a great week. We actually have Football Sunday coming up with the two bachelors. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Now, the only problem...
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
The problem is Trish, Kat, and Sarah always make the snacks, so I got to come up with some bagel bites. I'm just going to box the bagel bites.
This guy knows how to cook. He likes cooking. Yet he's the laziest cook I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
It's the first day we're alone the other day. He goes, hey, what are you thinking? Hot dogs? I'm like, you know how to cook. When everybody's here, you cook for everybody. But it's just me. We're going to have hot dogs. We had hot dogs. They were fine. But
what'd you say? It's hot dogs. Oh, chicken
nuggets and French fries.
That's it.
And spaghetti and meatballs. Mm-hmm. That's his go-to lazy
That'll be
meals.
our week.
Yeah. Well, we're getting burritos tonight.
Yes.
Woo! Yes. I might get 2. I'm feeling saucy.
And it's just us. We could get burritos tomorrow night too. I know how you are.
I would. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would get burritos for a week. I'm not even joking.
Have a great week. We will see you next Friday. We'll be here next Friday, Veterans Day. Next Friday.
Yes.
So we'll be here for that. Hope you have a great week. And as we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.